Good afternoon. My name's Glenn Fanoff. I used to work for the Internal Revenue Service. I was with them for, I don't know, maybe a total of about 6 years, give or take. And in that time, I had a couple of positions. I was a tax compliance officer for about 5 years. And they usually, when they do the audit, they're looking at the expense side of the tax return. And I was a revenue agent also for about a year, and in that position they really are targeting revenue, and they're looking at income. And so now that I'm retired, I figured it's probably best that I should share this knowledge, and I'm planning on doing a video series. And me being a dinosaur, I've never done this before, so this should be interesting and stuff. So I thought about how I was going to plan it out, and I'm still in that planning stage. But what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll explain the audit process, and how the IRS contacts you, and and they'll never call you. If there's no mystery there, you'll always get a letter. That'll be the initial contact letter, and then we'll go through that with the types of letters that you can receive. I mean, the letter numbers will change. They're always changing things. That's just the federal government. And then we're going to go into I'll explain the taxpayer rights. What you can expect. We'll go into the interview. They will be conducting an interview with you. They'll be talking to you. And I know a lot of people. We're talking money in the federal government. They're afraid. Some people are fearful of talking or speaking with a representative of the government, but they're just doing their jobs. They're people like you and me. And I'm just gonna explain it, kind of like to set your mind at ease. We'll talk about representation if you want to get yourself an attorney, a CPA, an enrolled agent. I mean, you can get someone to represent you if you feel uncomfortable in that process, and you can get representation anytime through that process. But I'll explain that when we get to the taxpayer rights, and then we'll get into a section that we call, and most of them will refer to the issues, and that's pretty much the item that's on the tax return that they're researching. They call it an LUQ item, which is large, unusual, and questionable items. And this whole process is explained if someone really wanted to delve into the details in they call it the the Internal Revenue Manual and stuff. And they have a whole set of procedures that they're supposed to follow. And it's, I don't know, for me, it pretty much just sets a standard for what, how they're supposed to conduct themselves and what their expectations of you, the client, the taxpayer. So this is really just a brief introduction. I'm going to take my time and set up this series of videos and stuff, and we'll just go from there. I'm sure there's a few people that might recognize me. Some of you, a lot of people will know who I am. And we'll just see how it goes. And I just want to see if I can help some people, set some people at ease. And that's pretty much the purpose of this video. You work all your life and you have all this information, and then you retire, and why let it go to waste? Maybe I can help somebody out. And so that's all from now, and we'll see. I'll probably maybe have something posted up in maybe a week or two or something, or a follow-up or something like that. I'll try to set myself up to a timeline. It's difficult being retired. There's a whole different set of things that go on if you're lucky enough to retire. So on that, I will try to get back online, and have a good day.